everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing my Tesla Model 3. It is the standard range version that has 272 miles of range, 5.8 second 0 to 60, 140 mile per hour top speed. It is technically a 2023 Model 3, although I did take delivery in October of 2022. It has the lithium iron phosphate battery, or the LFP battery, which is a more stable, consistent battery chemistry. That being said, some things I would like to cover before we get out in the field and looking at the interior and exterior of the car is I bought this car when it was $46,000, so it ended up being $52,000 after taxes and fees. There's no tax credit available. I also believe I would not be eligible for the tax credit even now because I do not have a high enough income, and it is a tax credit, so you have to have tax liability to take advantage of the credit. And if I were to buy a car today, I would probably go with the Model 3 long range because it is the same price that I bought my car for, except it has more range. The new version, although not confirmed yet, does appear to also have an LFP battery, which I believe is the better option because it has a higher cycle life, and it's less prone to fires, generally a more stable battery chemistry, more consistent. At least I've never actually driven the old battery chemistry. NCST, I believe, was what the chemistry was called. My car, if you're trying to save the extra $6,000, is definitely completely acceptable. Spoilers, I am quite satisfied with the car, even though Tesla low-key scammed me $6,000 because 3 months after I bought the car, they lowered the price by $6,000 and took out the supersonic sensors. When I ordered the car, they were still on the car, and then I had to delay my delivery from September 26th to like early October, and it was the cutoff of when they stopped giving me the sensors, so I kind of got scammed out of the sensors, and whatever. I'm still quite satisfied with the car, not gonna lie. And 5.8 0 to 60, it still feels fast. Everyone that's ever been in my car is like, whoa, like I can feel getting pushed back in the seat. That being said, I'm sure the 4.2 0 to 60, the long range, is nice, and man, I wish that was me. I wish I had waited 3 months, but whatever. It is what it is. Can't see the future all the time. But sorry for the rambling. Also, if anybody is interested in buying a Model 3 S, Y, or X themselves, any of the Teslas, they are doing a referral program at the moment where if you are referred by somebody and use somebody's referral link, which I will have in the description of the video, you get credits that you can redeem for free supercharging miles or accessories, or if you get enough referrals, you can end up getting, if you have enough points, you can end up getting a full self-driving or enhanced autopilot. So if anybody's interested, please use my referral link in the description below if you happen to be buying a car anyway. Yo, what's up everybody? I am here with my Model 3 review, with the exterior review, but before we get to that, what the heck is all this all about? I'm at the Moreno Valley Mall, and they have just a whole bunch of Teslas parked in the parking lot. Like, what the heck? I don't know what's going on. I don't know why Tesla's throwing the vehicles here, but whatever. Anyway, back to the car view. First thing I like to point out, with the exterior of the car, it loves to attract bugs. I don't know if it's coming out in the video because the sun's quite bright today. I decided to do the review at the hottest day of the week, of course, but the car though looks nice. I like the shape. I don't like how the booty's so big, but the rest of the car, I like the shape of it. I like the headlights. One of the biggest reasons why I bought this car was the cameras. Not just for the blind spot cameras, but mainly for the Sentry mode. Sentry mode is a very helpful feature that lets you capture hooligans walking around your car. And this is the menu. You have all sorts of clips, so you can always go to a different one and see whatever hooligans are at your car when it's turned off. I like how the exterior looks. We'll go look at the front real quick. Well, here, let me just, I got free reign, may as well. Let's just show you what it's like to open the front. Boom. Boom, I just keep my mobile charger here. That's the window wash fluid. So that's the front. You're supposed to close it with 2 hands. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because who knows what happens if you don't. And then we'll go ahead and show the trunk too. So this is how you open the trunk. That lightning bolt is how you open the charge port in there. And this is the trunk space. It's quite wide. It goes like all the way to the, it takes advantage of this side. I don't know why it doesn't take advantage of that side. It takes advantage of this side. And it has extra storage on the bottom. Tail lights, I don't know, they're cool, I guess. It's automatic. You press the button, it closes. It's kind of hard to close if you don't hit the button because it has that motor. And I don't know what else to talk about the exterior. The glass roof, that's good. That's cool. I like the glass roof. It doesn't get as hot as people might think because it's glass. It's very heavily tinted. So, interior of the car. Normal compartment here. Normal compartment here for extra storage. Sometimes when it gets really hot, for some reason, this doesn't close all the way. It's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Buttons, you have an emergency latch down here, but this is the main button you're supposed to use to open and close the door. Normal standard buttons here for your windshields. Not a lot of buttons on the wheel. These scroll wheels do control like volume and like cruise control speed and such. These are your drive gears. You press the brake to activate the car, and then you hit the gear down to go into drive, back to go into reverse. You push the button in to go into park. And then this stock is for blinkers and such. Also, blinkers do pull up blind spot cameras, which are very helpful while driving. Very, very helpful. Actually, extremely helpful. It makes you feel a lot more mobile on the road because you can actually see what you're doing at all times. Let's get into the back before I start talking about the main screen. Car does not come with a pea shooter. That is an exclusive item. So here we are in the back of my car. I don't actually usually sit back here, so this is a cool experience, I guess. Whoa. You don't really feel that roof until you're back here. So, back here, I've noticed these things. There's some like weird like features like this. I don't even know what you'd use that for. There's also, I forgot to mention, normal, standard windshield blind. I don't know what you call it. Little mirror for your passenger princess. It's on that side too. I don't know. What's it called? This comes off with a magnet and it extends. I didn't even know that until I test drove a Model S and they showed me that, and I'm like, does my car do that? So here we are back here. Back seat, don't sit here too often. It has a little pocket here on this side. Oh, it has on this side too. I'm surprised. Most cars, a lot of cars I've seen only have it on one side. AC back here actually works. Dang, this is kind of nice. I never really sit back here, but yeah, this is nice. If you're a someone back here, like I feel like I have like a lot. I have more room than I do up there. Like what the heck? I don't know, man. If you're back here, you're chilling more than you are up there. It looks like it has child safety anchors too. I don't know. I don't have a kid. I don't know what that's like, but that's a cool feature to have. The back of the car is good, so let's get to that center screen. Look at that. Something else though I will note, behind visibility. Let's go to the front so I can show it better. Visibility, looking back, honestly one of the weakest I've ever seen. Although it seems like standard cars. I have a friend that has a 2022 Honda Civic and you can't see at the back very well either, so maybe that's just a standard thing that they like to do in cars now is not being able to see out the back. But it doesn't matter that much, you have cameras. So the main attraction to the interior is actually the center screen, because that's where you access most of your features. The car doesn't have a lot of buttons. It has the screen where you control everything. You control your temperature, heated seats, heated steering wheel, you know, what drive mode you're in. If you're charging the car, that's how you access if you want to unlock the charge port and whatnot. Options for autopilot, everything, navigation options, everything is accessed through the screen, including some basic functionality like your rear view mirrors. Tilting them is done through the screen. Windshield wipers. There's a windshield wiper button. I didn't know about this either. On the stock, though, so that in crotch situations where you have to manually do it, you just push the stock in. I didn't know about that when I first got the car. I'm not gonna lie. But everything is accessed to the screen. It's pretty nice. Some things that are probably worth noting. So games. It does come with some games. Some notable games like Cuphead and Stardew Valley. I don't know about Stardew Valley. I was playing through Cuphead. You only get like 20% of the game. You don't actually get the full version. I even have my Xbox controller in here somewhere. It's in there. You can see the buttons. You know, so I played it. You can plug into a USB cable in the glove box, and which you also use to have your USB drive for Sentry mode clips and dashcam clips to save onto. But you only get 20% of the game in Cuphead. I can't speak for most of these games, although I can say that Buggy Beach Racing, terrible controls, but can be kind of fun. It's neat. Use the gimmick of using the real steering wheel to play. Stardew Valley functions. I played that. Polytopia, don't understand that game at all. And Skyforce seemed kind of cool. Cool standard arcade experience. And Chessworks. I played people in chess in my car. So that's the video game arcade review of the car. There's other random stuff you can do, like in the toy box. It's fun to play with, but nothing like too crazy, you know? Nothing too crazy. It's just some cool stuff to play with in your car when you get it brand new. But I don't really use the toy box that much. And theater, they have Netflix, they have all that stuff, but you need either premium connectivity, which costs more, which I'm not gonna pay for because I'm poor, or you have to connect your car to Wi-Fi. I have a mobile hotspot on my phone, so I can just connect my car to my phone, and then boom, I can watch Netflix. And I've done it before. It's nice. Something else worth noting is whatever speaker system they put in here. They call it the partial premium speaker system. I don't know what the premium speaker system is like, but these speakers are great. We watch Arcane in this car, and boy, was that a good experience in terms of the sound quality. It's better than wearing my headphones in my room, honestly. All right, maybe somebody might be curious about the white seats, what I think about them. I don't know. It speaks for itself. I've literally never washed these seats, other than when I first got the car. My roommate and my friend sat on these seats after they sat on like some red gravel pavement type of stuff, and it rubbed all over the seats. And I just got a baby wipe and wiped it down, or I think not even a baby, like just a flushable toilet wipe or something. I forget what I got. No, I think it was a like sanitation wipe, which I don't know if you're supposed to use, but whatever. I did. Seems like it cleaned it pretty well. So white seats, I like them. It does show every single speck of dirt, but like at least you can see it and you can clean it versus a black where it's harder to see. But I like how they don't get as warm when the sun's beaming on them. It doesn't get as hot because it's white, and it looks good. I think it looks good. They're comfortable. They're more comfortable in my old car anyway, so I'm happy. It's an upgrade for me. And you do have lumbar support only on the driver's side, but you do have lumbar support for my bad back because I'm old. I think I've also overlooked. I feel like I'm gonna have so much stuff I overlook in this video. But hey guys, I'm trying to be a YouTuber, doing YouTuber stuff, so I'm doing my best here. But charging cable, or not cable, wireless charging. These are both for phones that you can put your phone there and they charge the phone. I guess I can show the glove box. So open the glove box. You just hit this button. Boom, glove box opens. I got my manual and my insurance and stuff in there. That's where you'd plug in your Xbox controller. right here, your Xbox controller or USB stick for your Sentry Mode clips, that would be right there. And also, random note too, next to my pea shooter I have a phone mount. I don't know where I got this one. I don't know. This one's kind of cheap, so I'm not even gonna recommend it. Also, I completely forgot for the exterior. So I've driven 12,000 miles in this car already. I haven't done any maintenance other than rotating tires once, which was optional. You don't really necessarily need to, although I have the rear wheel drive version, so it's probably smart to. So the tires wear more evenly. And when I went to go rotate the tires, I think it was at 10,000 miles, and they said it was 7 inches in the back, 8 inches in the front. I believe they start at 11 inches of tread, I guess. I don't really know much about tires. Interesting to note. Sounds like they're probably going to last about 25,000 miles, I would guess, before I have to replace the tires. I do kind of drive somewhat aggressively a lot because I charge for free at work, so I'm not really concerned about my fuel economy. I guess one last note, I will say, I didn't even talk about all video, the range. I mean, it's 272 mile range. I never really have any range problems because the logistical part of an electric car is that when you go somewhere, usually you stay there. Either you go in a store and you stay there 2 minutes, or you go home or something and you stay overnight, right? So the car ends up charging the full. Or I go to work and I charge the full. So imagine wherever you go, certain spots when you go there, I rent a room so I can't charge from home. You're leaving everywhere you go with a full tank. If you're thinking about like a normal car, right? So imagine always leaving your home and work or home or work with a full tank. You usually won't run out of gas unless you're going on a road trip. So I've charged at work and spent, took that whole week off, and I go back to work, and I live 30 miles away from my work, and I don't have any range problems because I can get where I need to go. I go like 30 miles for a Super Smash Bros. Tournament on my off days sometimes. So that's like 60 miles round trip, I drove 30 miles from work, and then I'm still able to do whatever. I don't have any range problems. Also, for anybody concerned about the AC system too, not to drag the video out, but I'm now remembering about these things that I thought about when I first got the car. AC system, bro, it's cold. I'm like freezing right now. It is set to 21 degrees Celsius, but it is quite cold. It works. It definitely works. Of course, after I'm done with the video, I think of all this stuff to talk about. So another thing people like to talk about is the panel gaps on the car. So what's my experience with that? I don't really, I'm not a professional here, but I would like to say that although the trunk is kind of wide, but the other side is wide, I'll show you. But besides the trunk one being a little bit wide, I mean, they look even. They look even to me. It looks pretty good. This is 2023, although made in 2022. I just washed my car, so see what bugs I noticed start to go in my car because it's nice and clean. There's no dust. I recommend not washing your car so bugs don't get on it. But yeah, it's pretty even. It's also wide on this side, so at least it's even, But the panel gaps don't look that bad to me. So that's another thing that I remember that was a big deal when I was buying the car. People kept talking about it. I didn't have any problems. I know other people might, but I didn't. So that's something to keep in mind. Also thinking of it too, I've seen videos of like people peeling back like the entire interior of this car, and I mean it's pretty solid. There's some wiggle here. That's kind of interesting, but I mean it's pretty dang solid in general. Nothing to peel back, nothing to like. There's flex, but there should be flex, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. It seems it's pretty structurally sound. One final thought is that the car does not come with floor mats, which is kind of trash. So at least the center range, the rear wheel drive. I don't know about the other one, but this is like the base material that they use, and it's like carpet. I'm sure it would get really gross if you didn't have a floor mat. I got the cheapest ones off Amazon. I think they were like $160, $140 or something like that. The cheapest ones I could find that cover the front, the back, and the trunk. So highly recommend it if you do get this car. I also happened to forget to talk about autopilot, which is kind of funny because it is a pretty nice feature of the car. So I'll briefly go over it here. It steers for you. It stops for cars in front of you. It's mostly for freeway use, but on the freeway it works really well. You have to be careful about like cars merging in. It doesn't like yield for cars or anything like that. But for general cruising on the highway or cruise control, normal use, it steers for you. The steering works really well. So that's pretty large positive part of the car, especially after a long day of work. You don't have to stress about getting home. As long as you don't fall asleep, you basically make it home. So yeah, autopilot's a very good feature to have. I'm very glad to have it on this car. But I think that's about all that I can think of to talk about this car. Overall, I came from a 2002 Honda Accord, and I will say that I am happy with my purchase. Although I do charge at work, disclaimer, I don't use supercharging a lot, although in the event I will have to use it, it seems like it will be quite handy. They always seem to work. I always see people charging at the Target near this Marina Valley Mall. Even though it is usually busy, there usually is at least one stall open. So it seems like you can always charge if you need to. I usually don't need to. But in the event you have to travel far, it might be a good option. It will definitely be a good option to have. So because it charges quite fast. Once I plugged into the supercharger, just to charge for a second while I ran in the store, and it charged like 10-20%, which if you own a Model 3, you know that 10-20% gets you fairly far. But I hope you guys enjoyed the review. That's all I can think of at the time. Maybe I'll come in and post and add something else, but if this is it, then thank you for watching. If you want to buy a Tesla product and there's a referral to it that you can use with the referral link, please do so. It'll help me a lot. Use the supercharge miles or get self-driving, and maybe I'll make a video about that. I don't know, depends. But peace out, everybody. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.